Hello, my name is Carl Moore, and I'm one of the team behind Zen12, and you're about to listen to a very special Zen12 training call that we recently recorded. In this exclusive 1-hour call, we covered everything that you need to get started with this life-changing meditation program. We started with an introduction to myself and my own personal meditation story. We then looked at the problems that people have with normal meditation and how brainwave science may have a solution. Then we get inspired, uncovering the many benefits of meditation, some of which may really surprise you. Then we moved on to the science behind this thing called Brainwave Entrainment and how it can help you get amazing meditation results without massive amounts of effort. Then we explored the Zen12 Brainwave Meditation program itself. We looked at how to use it, the 12 different levels, the 4 different flavors of each level, and much more. We then opened the floor to questions where we gained some awesome insights and tips and tricks on getting the most from Zen12. Finally, we looked at a few other programs that can help to develop our personal growth results. So without further ado, let's begin our playback of the call now. If you want to fast forward, then here's a quick index. Go to 30 minutes in for the benefits of meditation, 21 minutes in for the science behind brainwave entrainment, 29 minutes in for the specifics of Zen12 and how to use the program, and 41 minutes in for our question and answers session. Enjoy the call, thanks for listening, and I look forward to serving you again soon. Good morning, and welcome to this live Zen12 training call, where we're going to be showing you some of the best secrets to getting the most out of your Zen12 meditation program. Now, this call is being played out live to people who have dialed in. It's a live training call to users of the awesome Zen12 meditation system. And we are recording it so that we can provide it to new users of the Zen12 program to help them get the most out of their experience with Zen12. Now, this call is being recorded live, so please do excuse any ums, any ahs, any background noise, any delays. We'll try to make it as smooth as possible, but what we're trying to do over the course of this call is to provide you with a one-stop shop that will help you to get trained up in the essentials of Zen12 and to get the most out of your meditation program with the least possible effort, because Zen12 is an amazing program that will really help you to sharpen your focus, to let go of stress, to release tension and anxiety, to become happier, to generally experience all of the awesome benefits of meditation without having to put in all those hours and hours of practice to achieve those normal results. So let me begin by introducing myself. My name is Carl Moore, and you may have heard this dodgy British accent on some of the videos behind the Zen12 website, on the homepage of the science videos. And I am the founder of a company called Inspire3, and we produce the Zen12 program. Now, Inspire3 is a science-led company that produces personal growth products, and we're responsible for websites such as Hypnosis Live, Subliminal 360, Subliminal Guru, the Brain Evolution System, the Brain Salon, and a whole host of other, again, science-based personal growth programs. And Zen12 is really at the cutting edge of all of those, and it uses a science known as brainwave entrainment to help you get the most from meditation in the quickest amount of time. It's absolutely amazing, it's inspiring, and I know that you are going to love it, and it's absolutely going to change your life. And I don't need to sell this to you now because you're already using the program, so I don't need to tell you, oh, it's going to do this, it's going to be amazing, it's going to change your life, it's going to make you such a wonderful person. You don't need to know it, I don't need to sell you it, but it really will have a very dramatic and very quick impact on your life. And I'm going to be giving you the techniques and the best methods, the tricks to getting the most out of this program, because I'm an avid fan of it, I'm a user of it, and I was intensely involved in its creation. So let's begin, I guess, by giving you a little bit of background about myself. As I say, my name is Carl Moore. I run Inspire3. I'm also the author of several books, including The 18 Rules of Happiness and The Secret Art of Self-Development. And I have been in this self-development industry now for about 16 years. I've run a couple of multi-million-dollar publishing companies where we've produced products and courses that help people to get in touch with their own selves. And if you've been on this journey of self-exploration for any period of time, you'll probably have stumbled across many of the products that I've been involved in. And products like Zen12 are really at the cutting edge of that. They are science-led programs that I am a huge fan of. And I got started in this whole area when I was probably about 8 years old. I remember listening to a Subliminal tape. When I was 8, I think I picked it up from the local market, and I remember my mother finding me listening to this tape and giving me a clip around the ear and sending me to bed, not because I was listening to a Subliminal tape, but because the Subliminal tape was called Find Your Perfect Soulmate. And I was 8 years old, so I was a little ahead of that curve. But since that time, I've been really focused on this area of self-growth. And I don't think there's a more honorable journey, a more honorable experience, really, than to make that decision to explore yourself and find out who is the real you, to discover your potential and to unlock what is innately inside. And Zen12 is the kind of program that will really help you do that. So my focus in life tends to be toward the science end of personal growth. So that's me. That's a little bit of my background, just to give you some context. Now, I first discovered the amazing benefits that meditation can bring to your life back in my 20s, but it took me a while to really cotton on to it because I tried to meditate and I got bad results. And I'd like to talk about that at first because you might be one of the people that had a similar experience to me. Because everyone that I would talk to would recommend meditation. Oh my goodness, it's going to have an amazing effect on your life. It's going to help you become more relaxed. It's going to help you let go of worry, stress, tension. It's going to help you think faster, think sharper. It's going to help you become more focused in your life, and so on and so forth. And I tried meditation and I definitely did not get those benefits. I would sit down and get into the lotus position and put my forefinger and thumb together, put my hands on my knees and wait. And all that would happen is I would get a very, very achy back. I don't have a very strong back. I will share that with you. And it gets very achy very quickly. And so as soon as I started meditation, I would start fidgeting. I would start aching. I would have my mind rattling, telling me, oh, well, don't forget, oh, you've got to do this. Quickly make a note of this. Don't forget, you have to purchase this, or you have to send an email to this person. I would have my body fidgeting, just finding new itches, new places to scratch. Goodness me, I didn't realize that I even had that part of my body. Let's just scratch that. And I would find myself just unable to really relax into that moment. So the inability to quieten my mind, the inability to quieten my body, these were major obstacles for me in getting started properly with meditation and experiencing the awesome benefits that it involves. And again, if you're anything like me, maybe you've experienced that yourself. Also, the other big thing was, of course, time. And this affects pretty much everyone. I didn't have the time to meditate. Of course I didn't. Who does have the time to meditate, to find 45 minutes, 60 minutes each day to really try to zen out, to get into a nice relaxed state of mind, to chill, to allow things to settle down, and just to give yourself time to really relax into that moment and just to get into the zone and allow your brain to settle, your brainwaves to calm, and to get into that state and stay into that state of stillness, of almost emptiness, for an hour or so each day, to practice, and that's effectively what it is, to practice meditation. I was not able to do that. I couldn't. I tried. I really tried, and most of the time it ended up in frustration. And sometimes I would go on a roll. You know, I would get a period of, say, 3, 4, 5 days in a row where I would meditate and I would get some good results. And it was great, and I think I've got to stick with this. But of course, life takes over. And then it was very difficult to find that 45, 60 minutes in a day. And the whole routine fell through the floor, and I had to try to start again, to experience some of the immediate benefits and then to experience some of the longer term benefits. And I would never get to the long term stage because I simply wouldn't meditate for a long enough period of time. So it's very possible that you are like me, that you have found it difficult to meditate in the past because you have had no time. So no matter how hard you tried, you just didn't have time to meditate. You've had no focus, so you've just been unable to concentrate. and focus properly on meditation. You've had disturbances, and that could be background noise, it could be people coming in and bugging you, it could be yourself disturbing yourself, fidgeting around, finding new places to itch. You might have experienced all that mental chatter when you just can't quieten your thoughts, and so you end up just getting frustrated, and all that meditation time just seems like a waste. And of course, you might not have meditated before simply because you haven't been aware of the awesome benefits that are involved in meditation. But a lot of people know about those benefits, so they may be aware of them, they just aren't able to meditate properly. They've just had really bad experiences. So if you find that one of those things applies to you, then wow, you're going to be amazed. Just chill out, because Zen12 is a solution for you. It will enable you to automatically calm all that mental chatter. It will naturally calm your body and get rid of all those disturbances. It will automatically put you into that focused state. And this is the biggie, Zen12 takes just 12 minutes to do. Just 12 minutes, and it gives you the benefit of a whole hour's advanced meditation in that process. I know, it's pretty amazing stuff. It's a pretty amazing promise, but that's what it is. It's our promise to you that you will get these results using Zen12. It's our guarantee to you. But how does this actually work? How does Zen12 enable you to get all those benefits and basically get rid of all the downsides of traditional meditation? Well, it's all based on science, and in particular a science called Brainwave Entrainment, and I'll be going into that just a little bit later. But to provide a little extra background, when I started out in the meditation world, as I say, I had all of these problems, and I couldn't meditate properly. I couldn't experience the benefits of meditation because I just didn't seem to be able to quieten my mind, find the time, quieten my body. And so I set off on a journey to discover different ways of meditating, different tools, techniques that I could use to get better results from my meditation. And I stumbled across an area of science that really helped. And this is an area known as Brainwave Entrainment. And it involves using special sounds inside audio to help change your state of mind. And it provides a great way, a great cheat almost, of getting into a deep meditative state with almost no effort. And as soon as I discovered this, I knew that it was the solution to getting and gaining great results with meditation with almost no effort. And so I got heavily involved in this science of brainwave entrainment. And I actually bought a company that produced the brain evolution system, brainev.com. You can find out more there. And this was a 30-minute brainwave meditation program that helped to take you down into those deep states of mind in just minutes. And Zen12 is actually the next version of that program. It enables you to achieve those deep states of mind quicker and easier than ever before. So I uncovered this amazing area of science that helped you to effectively cheat at meditation to get better results than ever before just by listening to a simple piece of audio. And this is an area of science that has been proven and researched now for over 100 years. But anyway, I am getting ahead of myself, as I usually do. So I would like to rewind, and before we get into the science of Zen12, how Zen12 works, talking about how to use Zen12 in your own daily time, and then getting into a lot of powerful questions, answers, tips, techniques, tricks, and discussing other ways of enhancing your use of the Zen12 program, I would like to briefly chat about the benefits of meditation. Now, you probably think, oh, I already know all about the benefits of meditation. You don't have to tell me about it. Every time I pick up a new magazine, it's telling me I should meditate more because it's going to help me to let go of stress, enhance your relaxation, sharpen your thinking, get into a zone, maybe boost your brain power, relax a bit more, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm here to tell you that the benefits of meditation go much, 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 much further than that. Since the 1970s, there have been more than 3,000 scientific research studies on meditation. They've been covered at more than 200 independent universities and research institutions. And I'd like to briefly, just for a moment, chat about some of those benefits. A study at Yale, Harvard, MIT, the Massachusetts General Hospital showed that using meditation increased grey matter in the brain, particularly in areas responsible for attention and processing sensory input. They found meditation slowed down the brain's natural aging process. A scientific research paper in the Psychiatry Research Neuroimaging Journal found that meditating for just a few weeks had a measurable effect on the brain, boosting the grey matter found in the hippocampus, which is responsible for learning and memory, and reducing the grey matter in the amygdala, which is responsible for the stress and all the anxiety that you tend to feel. In fact, hundreds of studies have shown that within minutes of meditating, anxiety levels reduce, the stress hormone cortisol declines rapidly, DHEA levels, which are responsible for maintaining brain cells, they rapidly increase. There was another study by Yale, Harvard, MIT, and they found that meditation increases reaction speed, which is correlated with overall intelligence levels. And another one found that meditation helped to increase IQ scores. The journal Emotion found that meditation helped to improve your working memory, helping you to manage information, control emotions, solve problems, and glide through complex thought. So meditation makes you more productive. And researchers in Leiden University in the Netherlands found that meditation helped people to become more creative, to generate new ideas, to come up with better solutions to problems. Prashant Kaul and several other scientists also headed a study which found that meditation reduced the need for sleep without any negative effects on regular activities or responsiveness. And this is all just the beginning, really, and I guess that's the problem almost of meditation, is that there are so many benefits to it that you can almost go into overwhelm just learning about them, because there really are some awesome, some fantastic, some huge life-changing benefits that you're going to start experiencing as you really begin on this meditation journey. Now, I'm not going to bore you with all of the scientific details of all of the other research studies, but just to highlight a few of the bullet points from the studies that have really stood out for me. Well, here goes. Meditation helps you to multitask better in life situations. It helps to increase the oxygen supply to your brain. It helps to reduce negative emotions, and it can help with learning, memory, and self-realization. Hundreds of research studies, such as the one by John Kabat-Zinn, PhD of the University of Massachusetts Medical School, found that this technique had a positive and dramatic effect on the left prefrontal cortex, making those that use this technique significantly happier and calmer than before. In fact, it was used actually by the US Marines in 2010 to improve moods and to boost working memory. Meditation lessens depression and fatigue. Another study found that meditation helps people get themselves out of mental traps. Meditation results in high levels of gyrification. In other words, it helps people to think faster. It helps in improving relationships and developing more empathy. It can help increase mind-body coordination. It can help decrease insomnia. It's just fascinating. The more you look into meditation, the more you realize the awesome, powerful, life-changing benefits that it provides. And you actually start to think to yourself, my goodness, why aren't people meditating more? If they knew the awesome benefits of meditation, they absolutely would be meditating so very much more. In fact, there are some amazing health benefits behind meditation too. Some research from the Mayo Clinic showed that meditation can help with allergies, anxiety, asthma, binge eating, depression, fatigue, heart disease, high blood pressure, pain, sleep problems, substance abuse. Meditation itself can help to lessen pain. It can help with menopause and hot flushes. In fact, one study which was presented at the American Heart Association annual meeting reported that meditation reduced the risk of heart attacks and strokes by 50%. And Dr. Robert Keith Wallace published findings of his research in the International Journal of Neuroscience, stating that meditation could actually help lower your biological age by 12 years after using meditation for just 5 years. In other words, you could potentially live 12 years longer by practicing meditation for just 5 years. And there's also some research which was published in 2011 in the journal Psychosomatic Medicine, which found that this meditation actually increased sexual experience. But we're getting slightly off track there. But meditation, and I guess this is the take-home point, meditation is an incredibly powerful tool for dramatically enhancing your life. But of course, most people don't get to experience those benefits because they don't get round to actually meditating. They don't achieve those deeper states of meditation because they experience all of those problems that we talked about before, the fidgeting, the chatty mind, the inability to find an hour a day to really get down to those deeper states of meditation, achieve those benefits. But that's no longer going to be a problem for you with Zen12. So let's talk about some of those immediate and the shorter term benefits that you'll get when you start using the Zen12 program. Well, immediately you will experience stress, worry, anxiety, all dissolve away. That's really noticeable. You'll find that you relax more and just that all of those worries, cares, issues, problems just simply melt away into the background. You'll also find that you set yourself up for a day of increased focus, enhanced creativity, and basically a better mood. Zen12 actually helps you to become a happier person, as we mentioned just there during some of the research background. So immediately you will get the benefits of letting go of stress, worry, anxiety. You'll become more relaxed, and you'll set yourself up for a day of greater focus, creativity, and be in a better mood with more energy too. Shorter term benefits, in other words, over the course of, say, a month or two of using the program, you'll start to experience even further benefits, including increased brain power, dozens of proven health benefits, greater inner peace and serenity, a higher stress threshold. In other words, you just won't get as stressed as much, and you'll experience more emotional mastery. So you'll be able to gain greater control over how you feel and not necessarily spurt up or dip down in ways that you may have done previously. So the immediate benefits are amazing. The short-term benefits are amazing. And this is all now at your fingertips with Zen12. All you have to do is listen. And remember, it's really simple to get started with Zen12. And we'll be covering how to do that in just a short while. Not that you need me to tell you, because it's easy. You can just hit play, sit back, relax, and listen. That's as easy as it gets, or it's as complicated as it gets. It depends how you want to look at it. But what I'd like to do now is to talk briefly about the science behind Zen12, and then we're going to talk about the Zen12 program itself, how to use it, and we'll be going through a few tips and tricks and questions and answers for getting the most out of this awesome program. So let's take a few moments now to chat about how Zen12 actually works. Well, as you know, Zen12 is a powerful audio meditation program. It consists of 12 different levels, which come in a variety of different, what we call flavors. So 12 different levels, which are typically designed to be listened to over a period of 12 months. And most of the levels last for just 12 minutes. And here's how they work. Typically, you would hit play on one of these levels, sit back, relax, and listen. And each level contains special brainwave sounds that help you to meditate easier than you've ever done before. So what's that all about, and how does all that science work? Well, there is an easy, quick explanation and a more lengthy, detailed explanation. I'm going to give you both just to really provide you with education, I guess an appreciation of some of the science that has gone into Zen12. Very briefly, every single session contains special brainwave sounds which help to influence how deeply you meditate. And that's how we managed to cram an hour's meditation into just 12 minutes. And this concept of brainwave entrainment, it's an area of science that's been researched and proven for over 100 years, and it uses special tones and pulses which replicate your brain's natural frequencies, your brainwaves. And by lowering those pulses and tones gradually, in our Zen12 audio, your brainwaves start to follow that pattern. And that's the bit they call brainwave entrainment. And that means that your brain starts accessing those deeper states of mind quicker and easier than you would normally in a regular meditation program. So lowering the brainwaves is a perfectly natural process. It's what normally happens when you get into a deep meditative state and you allow yourself to calm the mind, calm your mental chatter, and just get down deep into that nice relaxed state. But what we do with Zen12 is that we use these special tones, pulses, to actually influence your brainwaves and naturally take you down into those deeper states quickly and automatically. So that's the very brief explanation. Now I'll give you a slightly more detailed one, just so that you have that kind of background and you really know what's going on. But if you get confused by any of what follows, just remember, we use special brainwave sounds which automatically help to take down your brainwave frequencies to those lower states and therefore naturally help you to relax and achieve deep states of meditation and bring about those immediate benefits of meditation. So let's talk about that for a moment in a bit more detail. The subject of brainwaves, what even are they? I mean, that's a bit of a confusing topic, right? Well, let me try to explain briefly. You've got a brain and it is amazing. It's a 3-pound organ. It's got 100 billion brain cells in it. And all of those brain cells talk to each other using little spikes of electricity. And overall, all of that electrical activity generates a mild electrical field actually around your brain. And that's a frequency pattern which can be detected using an EEG machine. And that frequency pattern is the signature of what's happening inside your head. So right now, for example, you're conscious, you're listening to me, and that means that your brain waves are operating in what we call beta, which is around 12 to 30 hertz. And hertz means cycles per second. So when you fall into a deep sleep tonight, for example, your brain waves will likely drop into certain delta patterns, which are typically 0.1 to 4 hertz. And as I say, these frequency patterns are the signatures of what is happening inside your mind. And the same happens when you meditate. We know the exact brainwave signature of someone in deep meditation. Their brainwave patterns go deeper and deeper, all while you remain awake and conscious. So the more advanced the meditation, the deeper the brainwave frequencies, and the greater the benefits you see in your life. But the problem, as we've seen, is that it takes years of practice to reach those deep states. But that's where brainwave entrainment comes in. This kind of provides you with a sort of a cheat, a quick method of achieving those deeper frequencies without requiring years of practice to sort of try to calm the mind and access those deeper states. Here's how it works. The brain is super awesome at playing a job of follow the leader. If you expose it to a particular frequency, it copies that frequency. So think of it this way. When you strike a tuning fork at a particular frequency and hold a second one next to it, the second one starts vibrating at the same frequency as the first one. And the brain is exactly the same. By exposing it to stimuli, example, the Zen12 audio, that contains a specific encoded frequency, the brain follows that frequency and brings about that state of mind. So, expose it to a frequency of 4 hertz, for example, 4 cycles per second, and over time, your brain will gently take you into a state of deep meditation. And here's a crucial bit. By creating brainwave entrainment audio files, like Zen12, that gently tap into those deeper and deeper meditation frequencies, you're suddenly able to access those deeper and deeper states of mind that take meditation masters years to tap into. So you're able to skip decades of difficult meditation, hours and hours of daily practice, and you're able to quickly access those deeper states and tap into that state of being in the zone on demand. So you get all of those amazing benefits of super deep meditation in a fraction of the time. And there have been many programs that use this science to help achieve those benefits. For example, the Brain Evolution System, Centerpoint's Holosync, and so many more, all of which provide powerful, simple solutions to achieving deeper meditation in your own home. However, Zen12 sits at the forefront of that science. It uses the very latest in brainwave entrainment research technology techniques, such as isochronic tones, which will help you to get into those deeper states of mind quicker than before. It doesn't use the likes of binaural beats, for example, which have been proven to be a sort of 1980s technology in many ways and relatively weak depending on the volume they use. It doesn't use monaural beats, which are better than binaural but can also be quite weak. It uses isochronic tones as its key method of taking you down into those deeper states of mind. So that's a little bit of the science behind how the Zen12 program works. It uses these embedded tones and pulses to help take your brain waves and therefore your whole state down into a deep state of meditation and provide these immediate benefits to you very quickly. And Zen12 provides these 12 levels which progressively get deeper and deeper so that you can accustom yourself to these deeper states of meditation and be able to tap into them yourself as and when you desire without even necessarily using the Zen12 program. it provides a key to help you unlock your own meditative abilities. So that is Brainwave Entrainment, the science behind Zen12. It's the ultimate brain hack. It really is a great secret to unlocking true brain power. It can help you to let go of stress, relax more, master your emotions, think sharper, increase your memory, all just by listening to a little audio. And Zen12 is at the cutting edge of that science. So that's how it works. Now, if you'd like to learn more about the science behind Zen12, then I'd invite you to check out the Zen12 website, www.zen12.com/science, where you'll find a whole bundle of resources. Plus, at the top of the page, you'll also find an explainer video where I guide you through visually the process of Zen12, how it works and the science behind it. So you might just want to check that out. So I guess now, in this training call, we should talk a little more about the program itself and how to use it and the different flavors of the program that are available. Well, Zen12, as I mentioned, has 12 different levels, and each level takes you deeper than the last. So the very first level is for any individual, really. When you're new to meditation, it will just take you down into a regular state of meditation quicker than actually trying to meditate yourself, but it won't be as deep as level 2, 3, 4, and as you progress through the entire program, moving on from one month to the next. Every single level comes with what we call 4 different flavors. What does that mean? Well, every level comes in 4 different styles of recording, which we really think you like, because not everyone meditates in the same way. Some people like to listen to relaxing sounds of ocean waves, and some people like to listen to white noise, that sort of fuzzing, TV staticky sort of background noise that helps to block out background sounds. Some people enjoy relaxation music, spa music, and others prefer to be guided down into a deep state of meditation. Well, with Zen12 and each level in the Zen12 program, we provide 4 different flavors for you. We have guided meditation, where you will hear myself in a much more relaxed tone, I hasten to add, guide you down with a unique exercise each month down into a deep state of blissful meditation. We have relaxation music, where you'll be able to sit back and chill out to spa-like music. We have the sounds of nature, where you'll be able to listen to a bubbling brook or the chirping of a countryside bird. And we have white noise, which is that sort of fuzzy noise that helps to block out background distractions. And it's great for use in the city, where you have a lot of noise in the background, car alarms going off and police sirens and so on. So every single level in the Zen12 program comes in 4 different flavors, and you can listen to any of them in any order you choose. If you prefer guided meditation, just listen to that all the time. If you prefer relaxation music, listen to that, or mix and match as you like from day to day. It really is up to you. And every single session contains just the same amount of brainwave technology as the next. Every single flavor in each level contains the same entrainment protocols. So just choose the one that you most prefer in that moment. So how do you actually get started using the Zen12 meditation program? Well, it really is incredibly easy. It could not be easier to begin this process. All you have to do is log onto the Zen12 website, download the flavors of the particular level that you're on. So you will always start in at level number 1. That is the first level of the program. If you are a more advanced meditator and you've gone for that option, then you can start in the middle of the program. That is level number 7. And that means individuals that have been meditating for 6 months or more may find it easier and more beneficial to head straight in at level number 7. But if you are a beginner or an intermediate meditator, begin at level number 1. And log into the Zen12 website, download the level that you wish to listen to, download the different flavor, whichever it may be, guided meditation, relaxation music. If you're unsure, listen to relaxation music. It will always provide you with an amazing experience. Download that particular MP3, then get that onto your MP3 device, whether that is an iPhone, whether it's you're going to burn it to a CD, whether you're going to transfer it to your Android phone, or just play it on your PC or Mac. All you have to do, download, put it onto the device, and then get ready to listen. Now, here are some things to note. You don't have to listen to the Zen12 program with headphones, but they will always enhance your experience. You don't have to listen with headphones, but they will always enhance your experience if you can do. And you can use any form of good quality headphones, over the ear, earbuds, whatever works best for you. So transfer to your device, whatever it is, iPhone, get some headphones if you can, or play using a good quality sound system, and then simply hit play, sit back, and chill out. That really is all there is to it. There aren't any special instructions. There aren't any real rules to using Zen12, because what will happen is that as you decide to relax and chill out to the Zen12 audio, your brain will naturally begin to pick up on the subtle tones and pulses that will help that brainwave entrainment process kick in. So it will start to hear those sounds and copy them, naturally taking your brain down into a more relaxed state. And that will naturally calm your mind. It will naturally quieten all of your fidgeting. It'll help get you quickly into that state of just being in bliss and take you further and deeper down as the recording progresses. So if you're listening to the guided meditation version, then you'll follow a very simple few-minute exercise where you'll be taken down into a deeper state and then just left in that deep meditative state until you are brought round again at the very end. If you're listening to the relaxation music version, you will just hear very nice relaxing sounds. If you're listening to the sounds of nature version, you may hear sounds of a beach. If you're listening to the white noise version, you may just hear very sort of fuzzy style noises in the background. And remember, whilst you are listening to the sounds, you may hear something going on in the background. You may hear a sort of a sound of, some people say, a helicopter noise. Some people say tiny little beeps and dots going on in the background. Well, that is the brainwave technology in action. And as I say, what happens is that your brainwaves naturally latch onto it, follow it, and take you down into that deeper state of meditation. So, all you have to do, hit play, sit back, chill out, relax, and in 12 minutes time you will have finished your meditation. You do not have to try to control your thoughts. You do not have to try necessarily to even relax your body, clear your mind, whatever it may be. Just allow whatever happens to happen. Don't fight against it. Don't struggle against it. This is the beauty of Zen12. There aren't rules and regulations. You don't have to listen at certain times. You don't have to follow a particular listening regime. It just works. So, when you find a spare 12-minute slot in your day, maybe that's at lunchtime, maybe it's in the morning, maybe it's in the evening when you come back home from work, simply sit back, hit play, listen, and you're done. The 12 minutes will just fly by. In fact, there are different experiences for different people. Some people find that 12 minutes seems like a blissful hour and they really get a great benefit from it. Some people find that it just whizzes by like they wouldn't believe. Time distortion is actually a signature really of great meditation. So if you do think that things have flown by or things seem to have slowed down, then don't worry about it, and it also means that you're doing a great job. So that is all that is involved in the basic Zen12 process, literally hitting play when you can and sitting back, relaxing and listening. Now, we recommend that you listen at least a few times a week if you can, but don't worry if you can't. If you can, listen every day. That would be amazing. You'll be able to get great results and find yourself enjoying meditation, the benefits of meditation, much more than you normally would. But don't worry if you can't. There isn't a set listening schedule with Zen12. You just listen when you can, when you find the time, when you manage to find a 12-minute slot in your schedule. What you most likely will find with Zen12 is that the benefits of the meditation will so far outweigh the loss, the so-called loss of 12 minutes in your daily life, that you won't be able to get away without meditating. You'll find that it so much enhances your day, it so much helps you to increase your productivity, your focus, your creativity. It helps you to let go of worry and stress, relax more, therefore become a more productive and better individual, a better performing individual. That what you may find is that you simply can't get on with your day without meditating. I think it was Gandhi that once said, I've got such a busy day today that I'm going to meditate for 2 hours rather than 1. And you might find that that's the case with yourself. So listen a few times a week if you can, every day if possible, but don't worry if it's not. A few times a week is what we recommend. And then once you finish the first month, you'll then be ready to move on to the second, onto level 2. And that works in exactly the same way, except that it takes you just a little bit deeper. So if you imagine that the first level is a nice starter level that enables anyone to access some of those deeper states and enables you to get rid of worry and anxiety. Well, as you progress through the program, the benefits become more and more enhanced. So level 2 will provide even deeper and further benefits. Level 3, the same, and so on and so forth, as you progress throughout the 12 levels and start to unravel some really awesome benefits in your life. And the other amazing thing is Zen12 is that as you do progress through these levels, you begin to gain a greater mental control of that meditation process. You begin to realize when you are accessing that state and know how to shift your mind to that state without even using the Zen12 program. And this is a really powerful tool, because I guess you may question, well, why doesn't Zen12 just take you straight down into those very, very deep states of meditation rather than having 12 different levels? Well, the truth is that if you would take yourself straight down without any meditation experience, your body may naturally resist to it. It may not wish to go down into those deeper states while conscious, and therefore you might find yourself frustrated with the whole process. But by gradually going deeper and deeper, you start to train your brain a bit like you would any muscle in the gym, and slowly enhance and get better and better results. You wouldn't go straight for the top weight whilst working out your biceps in the gym. And in the same way with meditation, you wouldn't go straight for the deepest levels as soon as you begin that process. But we already take you really very deep with the first level, but then we start to go deeper and deeper and deeper using this brainwave science and bringing you the best results possible. And over time, you start to gain greater mental control. You start to recognize those deeper states and when they actually click in. So when you start listening, you actually start to feel almost a mental shift as your brain switches into that different state of mind, those deeper states of relaxation, meditation, of being, and you gain greater control over that process so that you're able to access it in future, maybe during times of stress, worry, when you've got issues, when you need to tap into creativity. You're able to recognize, to access those states on demand, and that's an incredibly powerful tool. So there are 12 levels of the Zen12 program. Each level gets deeper and deeper, and listening to each level and progressing throughout the program month on month will help you tap into some amazing meditation benefits. And that's all you do. You simply listen for a few times a week, every day if possible, and then the next month you move on to level 2, and the next month level 3, and so on and so forth over the course of, say, a year, by which time you would have experienced the greatest possible benefits from the program, and then you sort of switch into a maintenance mode. So very briefly, that was how you use the Zen12 program itself. There aren't special rules. Zen12 is not about rules. It's all about being able to get into that state, just kicking back when you've got a few spare minutes. If you can, listen every day. If you can't, a few times a week. Sit back, chill out, feet up, headphones on, and listen to Zen12 as it basically meditates for you. That's what the brainwave science is in there for, to help meditate for you without you having to put in a whole lot of stressful effort on your own behalf. Now, I'm going to shift now because as we move on in this call, we've got a whole bundle of questions which are coming through, which I'm going to try to answer live, and these are questions that people have and are posting regarding using the Zen12 program. Somebody here is saying, when should I use Zen12, in the morning or at night for the best benefit? And another person asking, any tips on finding the extra 12 minutes for using Zen12? Well, when it comes to when to listen to the program, this is all really up to yourself. And of course, you could listen more than once a day if you wish to do so. So you might listen in the morning before you go to work to really set yourself up for a perfect day. And you may listen in the evening when you come back or return home to chill yourself out for a great night ahead. You might listen before a big night out to really get yourself into the zone, or you might listen during a lunch break just to chill yourself out. So it really is all down to personal preference. If it were up to me, I would say that one of the best times to meditate, if you can, would be in the morning. If you allow yourself a little extra time just to really get into that zone and set yourself up for a brilliant day, because then you'll really experience the benefits of that meditation throughout the day. When it comes to finding the time to find 12 minutes, well, I agree. You know what? In today's society, even finding 12 minutes can be tough. The goal behind Zen12 is to make it easily accessible so that anyone can do it. 12 minutes is, pretty much the minimum you're going to need for this kind of technology, but you will need to still find 12 minutes to do it. Here's a tip. Try setting your alarm clock for 12 minutes before you would normally wake up. 12 minutes before you'd normally wake up. And what most people find is that the benefit you get from that Zen12 process far outweighs the loss of the 12 minutes sleep you would have otherwise had. So definitely try setting your alarm 12 minutes before you normally would. Sit up in bed so that you don't fall back to sleep. Slip on your headphones, hit play, and do your meditation there. You don't even have to disturb your partner. If you have one, it's a great way to meditate without really feeling the time impact on your day. So when should you listen? Depends on you. Morning would be a great time. Any tips on finding the extra 12 minutes? Yes, set your alarm 12 minutes before you would normally wake up and go from there. Another question here, can I move on to the next level faster than 1 month? In other words, can you shift to level 1 to level 2 in a period of less than a month, or level 4 to level 5, or wherever it may be? And the answer is yes, you can. There aren't that many rules and regulations around Zen12. How you use the program is really up to you. If you are using the program and you feel as though you're doing great with it, you're getting some amazing results, and you could get better benefits by moving on to the next program, then do it. If you think that, let's say that you're on level 3 and you think, hey, I'm doing really well at this, I'm a couple of weeks in, and I think I could go even deeper and experience some of those greater results, then if you like, shift on to level 4. Quicker. You don't have to wait the whole month. Personally, I'd suggest that you listen to each level daily for at least a week, just to allow yourself to adjust to that particular level, to really experience it, and then move on to the next. And in the same way, if you find yourself experiencing any resistance, if you start using a particular level and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, or you feel that you're going too deep or too fast, or you have any emotional upwellings, then regress back to the former level for another few weeks, for another month, whatever you feel is suitable to you. So this is very much an experiential, feel your way through process. We provide this nice, easy, general guideline of shifting from level 1 to level 2 to level 3 to level 4 on a month-by-month basis, but for you it may be different. It shouldn't be any slower, but it may be if you wish it to be, and if you want it to be faster, then you can certainly speed things up. I would say though, don't forget, you can't necessarily speed up the paint drying process. Some things you have to go through in order to really feel the benefits, so don't feel that speeding through in the microwave way that we're all sort of used to will bring you greater benefits faster. It won't necessarily. So if you ever experience any overwhelm, just slow down. But yes, you can move on to the next level in a period of less than 1 month. Next question. What happens after I've listened to the year's program? The question says here, is there another level after this? So the answer to that is no. The Zen12 program consists of 12 levels designed to be listened to over the course of 1 full year. After the year, well, there are no further levels to go on to. So some people will either listen through the whole program again, month by month, maybe over the course of the whole year again, or maybe over the course of a month, perhaps listening through one level every day for a few days and then shifting on to the next. Other people simply decide to continue listening to level 12, and others decide to progress on to other brainwave meditation programs, such as the Brain Evolution System at brainev.com, which also incorporates brainwave entrainment. So it really depends on yourself. Once you've reached that level number 12, you'll be going down to the deepest possible levels and gaining some amazing benefits from meditation. Some of those longer term awesome benefits that will really have changed your life will be with you all of the time. So at that point, you have to decide what you want to do in order to maintain the results. You can continue listening to level 12, you can cycle through all the levels again, or you can use other deep brainwave entrainment programs. It's really up to you. If you get to that stage and you're unsure what to do, well, if I were you, I would continue to listen to the level 12 a few times a week to maintain some of those awesome benefits that you've gained from using the Zen12 program so far. Next question now, and this one is brilliant, and I'm sure that it's one that we've all asked from time to time. The question says, should I get into a certain position when using Zen12? Will the lotus position help to enhance the results I get? What a brilliant question. And the answer is simply no. You don't need to get into any special position when listening to a Zen12 meditation audio. You just need to relax, hit play, sit back and listen. There's nothing else that you need to do. I would add to that if possible, try to remain upright. In other words, by reclining a little on a sofa or by sitting up in bed, because if you do lay down, maybe while you're listening in bed, then you will have a natural inclination to fall back to sleep, and that may limit the results that you get. But apart from that idea of remaining conscious and perhaps sitting upright to help with that, you don't need to sit into any particular position. You don't need to cross your legs. You don't need to touch your forefinger and thumb and put your hands on your knees. Nothing like that. You don't need to do it. These rules don't exist with Zen12. Next question here says, should I be using headphones with this, and can I listen in bed? Well, I think we actually just answered that part of that question anyway. Should I be using headphones with this program? We talked about earlier on in this call, you don't have to use headphones, but if you do, they will always enhance the results you get. And that is because the special brainwave sounds inside the recording will be louder, more clear, more audible to the brain, and therefore the brain is more likely to entrain toward them, to copy them, to bring about those deeper states of meditation in your mind. So using headphones will always get you a better result, but you don't have to use them if you find them uncomfortable or if you're in a situation where you can't use them. Can I listen in bed? Absolutely you can. You can use earbuds, you can use overhead earphones, you can use a bedside stereo system, you can use those special pillows that you can get now with speakers built into them. No worries at all. You can listen in bed. But again, the tip that I would reiterate, and I mentioned this just a few moments ago, is that quite simply, if you are listening in bed, try sitting up, because if you lay down, you'll have a natural inclination to go to sleep, and if you do go to sleep, then you'll limit the results that you get from this program. Next question here says, I'm an experienced meditator, can I just skip to a later level of the Zen12 program? Well, we again mentioned this a little bit during this call, but if you have at least 6 months experience of meditation, then we invite you to begin the program on level 7. That is halfway through the program. If you are a beginner or an intermediate meditator, then we'd say start on level 1, because that's the easiest introduction. It's the path of least resistance, and then skip down from there. So if you're a beginner or intermediate, begin on level 1 and then shift forward every month or as quickly as you deem fit onto the future levels. If you are an experienced meditator, you've got 6 months plus experience, skip straight into level number 7 and see how you go. If you find that that's too fast for you, well, go straight to number 1 and then rapidly shift throughout the rest of the program until you find the level that you are at. But yes, if you are experienced, you can skip through some of the levels. Another brilliant question here. I constantly find myself itching when I try to meditate. What can I do to stop that? Awesome question, because we've all been there. That process that as soon as you try to calm your mind, you find that, well, your brain starts scurrying around for things to do. It starts reviewing its to-do list. It starts finding itches that perhaps you never thought that you had, and you're itching suddenly behind your ear and then on your leg and then on your back. And it's just so hard to relax into it because your brain is so wired. And so the thing that I would recommend when it comes to Zen12 is that if you find that you want to itch, then itch. If you find that you want to suddenly have an idea and you have to write something down, then go and write it down. Whatever you do, relax into the moment. Allow it to happen, allow it to be, acknowledge it, and continue. Don't fight against it. Don't try to suppress it. Don't try to say, I'm not going to itch it, I'm not going to itch it, I'm not going to itch it, because that itch will probably get worse. So just allow it to be. If you want to, you can itch. If you have to do something, maybe get into a different position. If you have to write something down, maybe you had a thought about something, you're trying not to think about it. If you have to think about something for a moment or handle something, whatever it may be, just allow it to happen, allow it to be. Take action if you need to, and then move on from there. Remember, no time meditating is wasted time. That's one of the problems that many people get when they start on this journey. If they have any interruption or something happens during that meditation process that they think is counterproductive, they feel as though they have wasted a meditation session. Well, you haven't. In fact, all you are doing is building yourself up to greater and greater meditation sessions in the future. Your brain will naturally resist what it does not know, i.e. the quietness, the stillness, the lack of movement, and so will produce little distractions to get you back into the rhythm. It'll produce little itches, it'll produce random thoughts, it will set your mind worrying about what to cook for dinner that evening. Don't worry about it. Acknowledge whatever it is, allow it to be, and move on. And that's the best way to handle itches, disturbances, distractions, a busy mind, whatever it may be. Just acknowledge it, recognize it, allow it to be, and move on. And that's definitely the best way to be. Remember, Zen12, not about the rules, it's about the process. Another question here says, what should I try to do with the program that I wouldn't normally? And in the context of the whole sort of question there, I understand what they're being asked. What would I like to recommend about the program that most people, I guess, wouldn't normally discover about it? And that's a really great, beautifully open question. And I would say that there is one area that I don't think many people give much attention to, but they perhaps should, and that is one of the flavors of Zen12, white noise. Now, white noise is a special sort of sound, which is sometimes likened to the sound of the deep ocean, depending on the color of the noise, white noise, brown noise, pink noise. Or sometimes is compared to TV static. You know, in the old days where if you mistune the television, you got the old black and white fuzzy dots and you get the shh sort of noise that came with it. Well, that is white noise, and typically it's a sound pattern that has been randomly generated using all possible audio frequencies across the audible spectrum at different parts or sometimes all at once. And so what you get is this blast of sound which you hear as almost a fuzzy sort of noise. And this is brilliant because it actually helps to block out background distractions. Because it's actually playing all of the possible audible frequencies, it actually masks the background noise, it masks the distractions. It's amazing, really. And so if you live in a busy city where you've got sirens going off, where you constantly have noise in the background, then this will help you to block out all of those distractions and really get on with meditating. And white noise is really fantastic. The pure white noise sounds themselves, without the brainwave entrainment, are often used to help soothe babies, calm disturbed pets, to help you focus, perhaps at work in a busy office, to help mask conversations from others. White noise is a great area to look at, and it's a great tool as well. If you're interested in just listening to white noise, incidentally, go to simplynoise.com. That's a really great resource. It's not affiliated with us, but it's a really great site to use just to stream basic white noise. But white noise is a great tool for blocking out background distractions, and I think that the white noise flavor of any of the Zen12 levels is really awesome, and that not too many people really tend to give it a listen. They perhaps listen once and think, oh, it's just like a bit of static, or it's just a bit of a rumbling noise, I'm not going to go with it. But it really holds some great benefits if you give it a go. It will naturally block out a lot of background noise and disturbances and help you get a much better meditation experience. So try it out. It actually also becomes a little bit of a comfort blanket. Sometimes when you're listening to the white noise sounds for 12 minutes or so, you find that you almost don't want to take off the headphones because the sounds are so beautifully relaxing and immersive. So give the white noise session a try. That's what I would say. That's what I would recommend that someone tries with Zen12 that perhaps they wouldn't try normally. We've also got a quick question here about support. Well, I will say that if you are looking to receive support with Zen12, we've got a full support team all at hand, ready to help you out in any way they can. All you have to do is email the team. The email address is chill@zen12.com. That's CHILL at Zen12. That's ZEN12.com. And they will help you out in any way they can. Don't forget as well that in the Zen12 download area, you will have the quick start guide and the full user manual too. I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you listen to those. They are amazing. They will really help you get up and running in no time at all. And they'll provide you with a much deeper background to Zen12 and how it all works. And hopefully give you appreciation really of the science that goes into every Zen12 session. Well, that's about it really for the questions that we've had coming through. I believe that we've covered all of those. Don't forget, if you do have more, email chill@zen12.com. Our team will get back to you. But thanks so much for everyone that sent them through, and I hope that I've been able to answer a few of those questions as well. Now, before we wrap up, I just want to briefly talk about some of the other programs that you can use that can further enhance your Zen12 experience. At Inspire 3, we produce programs with a scientific lead, so programs that have been proven in some way to help further your self-development, and using these programs can further enhance your experience with Zen12. So, for example, Subliminal 360 is an application which flashes subliminal messages on your PC screen while you work, helping to very quickly reprogram your subconscious mind. It's been proven by science, it's amazing, and it can help further enhance the goals that you are seeking to achieve, whether that is increased confidence, whether it's losing weight, whether it's attracting abundance, whether it's learning faster. It can help to install new powerful subconscious belief patterns to help you gain greater success in your life. So that's Subliminal 360, subliminal360.com. And other tools that you might be interested in are hypnosis. So you can check out hypnosislive.com there, where you'll find a whole range of 200 instantly downloadable hypnosis MP3s. And that's another great way of rewiring your thinking patterns to help you achieve your life goals. And also Subliminal Guru, subliminalguru.com is a great site for downloading subliminal audio albums. There are over 350 available for instant download, where you'll be able to access them and use them to help reprogram your subconscious thinking patterns and beliefs. You might also want to check out the Brain Evolution System, brainev.com, and that's a great brainwave meditation program that you might be interested in possibly after the Zen12 program. So brainev.com. There's also the Brain Salon, brainsalon.com, where you can download a whole series of brainwave sessions for instantly changing your mood. So if you want to enhance your focus, increase your creativity, get yourself to sleep, relax more, whatever it is, you just play the relevant session and it changes your brainwave patterns as a result. That's brainsalon.com. You've also got the Sleep Salon, sleepsalon.com, and that is a really comprehensive program that uses brainwave entrainment to help you overcome sleeplessness and insomnia. So some awesome programs there. You've got subliminal360.com, you've got Hypnosis Live, Subliminal Guru, you've got the Brain Evolution System, the Brain Salon, and the Sleep Salon. Really some cool, scientifically led tools to help you further your own personal growth. And so that's about it. I think we're about through here on our Zen12 training call. Thank you so very much for joining me, and I hope that this has proved useful and giving you a few tips to help guide you through your Zen12 experience. We started off on this call with an introduction to myself and my experience with meditation, how I got involved in Zen12. We talked about the problems that people typically experience with meditation, the lack of time, the fidgeting, the mental chatter. Then we spent a while talking about the amazing benefits of meditation and how you can really change your life by starting meditating now. Then we went on to chat about the brainwave science and how Zen12 helps to overcome some of those problems that people have with meditation and achieve all of those benefits of meditation, all in just 12 minutes time. We talked about the science and then went into the Zen12 program itself. We looked at how it actually works. We looked at the 4 flavors, the 12 levels, and then we answered some questions and provided some really cool tips and tricks on how to get the very best out of your Zen12 experience. And finally, we looked at a few other programs that you might want to use to further enhance your self-growth. And that is it. Thank you so very much again for deciding to join me on this call. And remember that Zen12 really does just take 12 minutes to begin. All you have to do is hit play, sit back, and listen. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to try to relax. You don't have to try to calm your mind. You don't have to try to stop resisting that itch. You just listen and let the program meditate for you. And don't forget that while you've been listening to this call, you could have already listened to 5 Zen12 sessions. So ask yourself the question, do I have 12 minutes to listen to a Zen12 session now? To set yourself up for an amazing day of enhanced focus, creativity, greater energy levels, and improved mood, and to let go of all your stresses, worry, anxiety, and to become a more relaxed individual. If you have that time now, do it. I guarantee it will seriously enhance your day. Remember, you've got everything you need now to really begin and to really rocket your life using the power of meditation. You've got the tools that most people don't, so please get on with it, get started with it, and enjoy this meditation journey. Again, thank you for listening and joining me on this call, and I will see you again very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.